They didn't chase, they hunted, and in the 80s, sleeper police cars turned the streets into a trap. In this video, we're breaking down the stealth machines law enforcement used to catch speeders and ne'er-do-wells off guard. From unmarked muscle to high-powered cruisers, these weren't your average patrol cars. Stick around because these cars didn't just enforce the law, they ambushed those who bucked it. And if you ever saw one in your mirror, chances are you were gonna have a ticket to prove it. Ford Mustang SSP, the pioneering police pursuit vehicle. Picture this, it's 1982 and you're in your Porsche doing 120 on an empty highway. You're feeling invincible until you spot what appears to be a regular Mustang in your rearview mirror. But that's no ordinary pony car. It's the Ford Mustang SSP, America's secret weapon against speed demons. The Ford Mustang Special Service Package, SSP, represented a revolutionary approach to police vehicles in the 80s. In 1982, the California Highway Patrol requested that Ford develop a lightweight, high-performance police car to replace bulkier options like the Ford Fairmont and LTD Crown Victoria, as well as Chevrolet Camaros that were experiencing engine problems at pursuit speeds. Ford's response was the Mustang SSP, a modified Fox Body 5.0 Mustang specially equipped for police duty. The SSP was essentially a more robust version of the civilian 5.0 Mustang with specialized additions that made it ideal for police work. Key features included an engine oil cooler, silicone radiator hoses with aircraft-style clamps, automatic transmission fluid cooler, heavy-duty alternators, two-piece NASCAR speedometer cable, certified calibrated speedometer, disabled courtesy lights for stealth options, reinforced floor pans, a full-size spare tire, and single keys for doors and trunks. The Mustang SSP could reach up to speeds of 140 miles an hour with ease, making it one of the fastest police vehicles of the era. Ford marketed it with the tagline, "This Ford chases Porsches for a living," highlighting its exceptional performance capabilities. Between 1982 and 1993, Ford produced nearly 15,000 SSP Mustangs for over 60 law enforcement agencies and government organizations. These Mustangs weren't about the show. They handled highway chases, drug busts, and even helped land spy planes like the Lockheed U-2. Notable users included the California Highway Patrol, the first agency to adopt them, Florida Highway Patrol, Texas Department of Public Safety, FBI, DEA, and the U.S. Air Force. The next car didn't chase headlines, it chased you. The Chevrolet Caprice 9C1 was the quiet enforcer, built not to impress, but to outlast, outrun, and outpower when it mattered most. While the Mustang SSP represents a sports car approach to police work, the Chevrolet Caprice with the 9C1 police package offered a more traditional yet equally formidable option. The 9C1 designation was Chevrolet's production code for vehicles intended for police use. Starting in 1986, the Caprice replaced the Impala for police markets based on the third-generation model launched in 1977. The 9C1 included numerous heavy-duty upgrades, like a full-parameter steel frame, oversized front and rear sway bars, high-output alternator, silicone coolant hoses, four-wheel disc brakes, speed-rated tires, quick-ratio power steering, transmission and power steering oil coolers, certified digital speedometer, true dual exhaust, and protective anti-stab steel plates in the front seat backs. The Caprice 9C1 underwent significant performance improvements throughout the 1980s. Early versions were available with either a V6 or V8 engines. The standard 4.3-liter V8 L99 provided better fuel efficiency. From 1994 to 1996, a detuned LT1 350Ci engine, 260 horsepower derived from the Corvette was offered, significantly boosting performance. The Caprice could accelerate from 0 to 60 in less than 6 seconds, with later models achieving a top speed of approximately 155 miles an hour, making it one of the fastest four-door police vehicles of the era. The 9C1 was particularly effective as an unmarked vehicle due to its common appearance as a family sedan. Police departments often ordered these vehicles in subdued colors without visible light bars, allowing officers to blend into traffic until they activated their hidden emergency equipment. The 9C3 package variant was specifically designed for detective and unmarked use with a more civilian-oriented interior. Dodge Diplomat and Plymouth Grand Fury. Despite having less power and handling capability compared to the Mustang SSP and later Caprice models, Chrysler's M-body twins, the Dodge Diplomat and Plymouth Grand Fury, became the default police cars of the 80s. Their prevalence in police fleets made them iconic vehicles in TV shows and movies of the era. Some of the features these vehicles had included a durable body-on-frame construction, reliable powertrains, cost-effective maintenance, and available police packages with upgraded components. Here are some of the engine options. A 225 cubic inch 3.7-liter slant 6 with 85 to 90 horsepower, available with 1 or 2 barrel carburetors, and could be paired with a 4-speed manual or 3-speed torque flight automatic transmission. Another was a 3.18 cubic inch 5.2-liter V8 with varied power output by year. In the early 80s it had 130 horsepower. In the mid-80s it had 167, and in 1985 specifically, there were 175 options available. Finally, a 360 cubic inch 5.9-liter V8 was available until the mid-1980s. Top speeds varied from 106 miles per hour with 2-barrel carburetors and 121 miles per hour with 4-barrel carburetors. Additional features included power disc brakes in the front with semi-metallic pads and 3-speed automatic transmissions, which was the common configuration. These vehicles were valued for their reliability and ease of repair, making them popular choices for many departments operating unmarked vehicles. It might not have looked fast or been too flashy, but when the Ford Ltd Crown Vic showed up, the game changed. The Ford Ltd Crown Victoria became increasingly popular for police work throughout the 80s. By the late 80s, the Crown Victoria was competing with the Chevy Caprice for dominance in police fleets. After the discontinuation of the Caprice in 1996, the Crown Victoria Police Interceptor would become the iconic police vehicle of the following era. Some of the features of the Crown Vic police model included robust body-on-frame construction, reliable V8 engines, spacious interiors for police equipment installation, and durable components designed for continuous duty. The New York State Police used CV police interceptors in 1986, 87, 90, and 1991, noting that they were good cars and rode like a dream. Unmarked cars in the 80s weren't necessarily designed to completely fool the public. Instead, they were developed primarily for plainclothes detectives and specialized enforcement operations. These vehicles typically maintained their factory appearance with minimal exterior modifications, but contained hidden emergency equipment that could be activated when needed. The word sleeper in this context refers to vehicles that appeared ordinary but contained surprising performance elements. This approach gave officers a tactical advantage in traffic enforcement, allowing them to observe violations without being immediately identified as law enforcement. Unmarked or undercover. One disappears in traffic, the other vanishes in plain sight. You never know which one's watching, until it's too late. There was in fact a distinction between unmarked and undercover vehicles. Unmarked vehicles were plain in color but contained hidden lights and standard police equipment. They were typically used by detectives, investigators, and for traffic enforcement. They maintained most factory appearance features, but with police-specific internal upgrades. Different agencies had different preferences for their unmarked fleets, each choice revealing just how far they'd go to blend in and strike without warning. Highway patrol agencies often favored high-performance vehicles like the Mustang SSP for interstate enforcement. Urban police departments frequently utilized four-door sedans like the Caprice 9C1. And some specialized units customized their vehicles with additional features such as the roll cages installed by Oregon State Police and Kentucky State Police on their Mustang SSPs. Though not in use anymore, many of the 1980s police vehicles have developed cult followings among customers. Most Mustang SSPs have been retired from service, with some preserved as display or dare program cars. Many examples have been modified for drag racing due to their stiffened frames and robust suspensions. Restoration of these vehicles has also become a growing hobby, with enthusiasts searching for original equipment parts. And the Caprice 9C1 models from this era are also valued in retirement, with some being converted to sleeper hot rods. Think we're done? Not quite. The stealth game was global, and every country brought their own quiet killer to the chase. Rover SD1, the UK's undercover hammer. While American cops were chasing Porsches with Mustangs, British police had their own ace up their sleeve. Looking more like your uncle's family car than a pursuit vehicle, the Rover SD1 was about to rewrite the rules of high-speed chase across the British countryside. Features included a 3.5-liter V8 engine with a horsepower of 190, an acceleration of 0 to 60 in approximately 7 seconds, and a top speed of 130 miles an hour. The Rover SD1 epitomizes British engineering discretion. With its subtle styling that belied its performance capabilities, the SD1 became renowned for its exceptional handling characteristics. The British forces favored this model precisely because it combined an unassuming exterior with the performance necessary for high-speed pursuits. The V8 power plant provided substantial thrust while maintaining the composed demeanor expected of British automobiles, creating a perfect sleeper car for UK roads. Porsche-built 500e, Germany's silent assassin. What happens when you ask Porsche to help build a family sedan? You get the Mercedes-Benz 500e, a car so deceptively fast that automotive journalists named it the wolf in sheep's clothing. This wasn't just another luxury car, this was German engineering gone rogue. It featured a 5.0-liter V8 engine with 326 horsepower, acceleration to 60 in approximately 6 seconds, and a top speed of 155 miles per hour, which was electronically limited. The Mercedes-Benz 500e represents German engineering at its most deceptive. At first glance, it appears to be a standard W124e class, but beneath its conservative exterior lurked extraordinary performance credentials. What makes this vehicle particularly notable is its development collaboration with Porsche, who assisted with engineering this high-performance variant. The substantial horsepower figure and impressive acceleration metrics were masked by Mercedes' traditional understated design language, creating one of the most impressive sleeper cars to emerge from Germany. Nissan Skyline 2000 GT, Japan's silent contender. Before the GTR became Japan's automotive superhero, there was a more subtle legend prowling the streets of Tokyo. The Skyline 2000 GT might have looked like your neighbor's daily driver, but this technological marvel was already writing the first chapter of JDM performance history. It featured a 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-6 engine with 190 horsepower, accelerating to 0 to 60 in approximately 7 seconds with a top speed of 140 miles an hour. Japan's contribution to sleeper car culture comes in the form of the Nissan Skyline 2000 GT. While later Skyline models became legendary for their performance, the 2000 GT maintained a more conservative appearance while delivering impressive capabilities. The turbocharged inline-6 provided significant power from a relatively small displacement, showcasing Japan's engineering prowess. Japanese police forces recognized these qualities, employing the Skyline 2000 GT for its exceptional handling characteristics and deceptive performance envelope. Holden Commodore VKSS, Australia's V8 sleeper with a school-run disguise. Down under, they do things differently. While the rest of the world was building sports cars, Australia was busy creating family sedans that could outrun them. Enter the Holden Commodore VKSS, the car that turned suburban school runs into potential drag races. This bad boy had a 5.0-liter V8 engine which packed 196 horsepower. Accelerating to 60 miles an hour in approximately 7 seconds, this guy could hit a top speed of 130 miles an hour. Australia's automotive culture has long embraced high-performance sedans that maintain relatively conventional appearances, and the Holden Commodore VKSS exemplifies this philosophy. This high-performance variant of the standard Commodore packed a potent V8 engine while retaining much of the base model's visual identity. The VKSS developed a reputation for exceptional handling and acceleration characteristics that belied its family sedan appearance, making it a true Australian sleeper car icon. You didn't hear them, you didn't see them, but you felt it when the lights came on and your freedom disappeared.